just get on with the business. I thought, but you know what? We we, we seem to be their noisy neighbors because we're always just, oh, we hope they don't win the treble. He said there's space for two Manchester teams to both have the treble. I said Inter will have to do something, and the rest is history. How did you see that game, Ken? I mean,
Oh, yeah, it was to be honest, it was sickening to say the least, sorry. Um, yeah, I mean, like you were saying earlier, Lukaku should have won that game.
was it a
Or at
great save or a
least
bad miss?
very bad miss. Very bad miss. I mean, yeah, this is why Lukaku always gets blamed because the funny memes are starting to come out again. Um, Dude, even the header that he blocked, that was actually going in. The
Right.
Yeah,
header
that's
Yeah.
true.
that,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot
Yeah.
about that one
But
too.
but
That was
but
going
yeah,
but
in.
yeah.
where could he have stood? That one I can't blame him too because he can't get out the way. I mean, I
Well,
don't know.
jump. I've seen footballers jump when they're not. It's just having a football IQ.
Awareness.
Yeah, having an awareness, anticipating what is going to happen. And I just don't think Lukaku has that. And this is the challenge. This is the issue we had when he was at United, where the same thing happens, where he's not aware of what's going on. Um, but yeah, there's so many things to talk about, but yeah, just very
You
very
feel you
sad
you you,
feeling.
s- you you sound good. You feel like a depleted man.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
It's not only you, mate. It's millions of
Man,
true United fans feel
Ken, we're
gutted
on the
today.
same boat, man. We're on the same boat.
Your view,
Sad, sad
Bebsy.
day. Oh man. I the game, I mean, I I think Inter Milan played a better game than City. In the first
Yeah.
half, I think it was
Mm.
pretty I think Inter Milan had the better chances. That one chance I think is was
The
it
guy when he went down the left of the field.
yeah, what's his name? Lautaro Martinez,
Yeah.
whatever his name is. That was their chance.
He
That was
but,
their
but
chance
the
right there. He
angle
was
he got,
selfish.
he should have selfish
Yeah,
because
he
you
was
can't score from
selfish.
where he was. It's
Yeah,
impossible.
we were selfish. He should just laid it off. There was an Inter Milan player that was arriving on the edge of the box. I think that was the pass right there. It wasn't even Lukaku. Lukaku wasn't the pass. I
Right.
think it was that whoever was arriving at the edge of the box. That was a pass. But you decided to go for the shot and it didn't score. You can't. It's hard to score from that
No, not
angle.
for that. The goalkeeper's already
Yeah,
there.
ready right there. So I mean, it's and even after City scored, there was still Lukaku should have scored, and then that header that Lukaku blocked. It was like, oh man, it really hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was watching it. One of I have a friend that was doing a watch party. We were all there. Most of them were going for City to win. Only a few of us were going for only a few of us were going for Inter Milan. And when that goal went in, ooh, my heart just sunk. It was sad, man. Yeah. What more can I say?
So Edison made some very great saves. Some very great saves for. I mean, apart from the Foden shot from Foden when Foden would have made it 2-0.
The
Other than
header
that,
from the corner. Yeah,
yeah,
that header from
the
the
the, the
corner,
Inter
last kick of the
Milan
game.
Inter Milan keeper really didn't have much to do over 90 minutes compared to City keeper who really had to be on his best. That last minute corner
Hmm.
kick, whose header was that? When that
Uh,
last
yeah, I can't remember yeah, I don't know. I
the
don't know
keeper
I
about
saved
forgot.
it,
that
Yeah, I
right?
one.
know.
He blocked it. That was going in.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
kind of at him though. It wasn't like he wasn't placed or he wasn't heading towards either side of the
Yeah.
goalkeeper. I think more or less straight
Yeah.
at the goalkeeper. So yeah.
I would say the delivering to the box is not bad. I would say the quality of balls in the box are not bad.
Hmm.
I was looking at the chances they created in terms of balls. We don't have those kind of balls in the box like that. Because I'm looking like this Inter Milan team. I really watched them. They are not bad. They really are a bit organized. They seem to be. They seem to know
Yeah.
what they are doing to a point.
They're a much
Yeah.
better team than us, for sure.
Mm.
I can
I
see
mean,
that
there's
from
no doubt
yesterday's
about that.
performance. Oh yeah, I can see. It's just on the day, and then probably if they played someone else on that day, all those goals would have gone in. You know, it's just that moment. It's just that instant. If you don't take it,
Yeah,
but
it's just unfortunate that Edin Dzeko got injured because I
yeah,
reckon if Dzeko was still on the pitch, those chances would have buried those chances that Lukaku had, or at least he wouldn't have blocked. He would have blocked that shot, and that header would have definitely gone in. It was a free
yes,
header. I mean,
it
great
was,
ball
it
in,
was, it was,
free
it was.
header. All you have to do is
Yeah.
head it left, head it right. As long as you don't head it at the goalkeeper, like a back
Ben
pass,
said the same thing that because
you
I
would
was saying,
score. Yeah,
I was
either side
thinking,
of the goalkeeper.
I
You
was
know?
saying, was it a bad miss or a great save? And you both said it was a bad miss
Bad miss.
because
Yeah,
he
it's a
was
bad
really
miss.
close. He was really close, bro. He was really close to the goalkeeper.
Just head the
So
ball back the direction it's coming from. That's all you need to do, and you score. Harry Kane puts that ball in 9 times out of 10, if not
Yep.
10 out of 10. Harry Kane scores that easy,
Yep.
easy.
So they have achieved the dream, the treble dream. Haaland,
Yeah.
what did you think of Haaland yesterday, guys? He had the one chance.
I think it was. I think he was silent most part of the game. I
Very
don't think.
much so.
Yeah,
Very
he was
much so.
silent. I don't think he really had any.
Mm-mm.
To be honest with you, I wasn't expecting Holland to really score in that game. Really, to be honest with you, I wasn't really expecting that. But he had just that one shot, and I think that was it.
That
whole
was
game.
it, bro.
First half, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, other than that, there was nothing for him. Nothing for him
No.
at all. Inter are so. I mean, Inter. I mean, I've watched against AC Milan in this Champions League. I still think they were the better team to have given City a better game. AC Milan would have capitulated a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Even though they were Serie A champions, I just felt Inter Milan a bit well organized. Inzaghi has built a very great team there, but I don't know if he's going to stay there or resign because them teams change managers so frequently. It's unbelievable. But as a United fan, how does it feel like these guys have equaled? Is it like you're happy to say, all right, it's okay, it's not Arsenal? So would you prefer Arsenal to win the treble or City to win the treble? Bems.
Okay. I prefer Arsenal to win the treble or
So
City to win the treble?
As a United fan, would you prefer, say, it was another team other than Man City? Or
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't want any other team to win the treble. I didn't want any other team to win the treble. It's wanted to be only us. That's one of our unique accomplishments.
right.
And the fact that City, it's more painful when City is doing it because they have a manager, they have an ownership, and they have a project that is working season after season. My fear now is, I mean, all our records will be wiped away very, very soon. They've already wiped one. Well, they've pretty much wiped one away. I guess our biggest one. Very, very soon. I mean, just be. I won't be surprised if Pep doesn't equal Sir Alex Ferguson's Premier League trophy.
So
if he stays there as long as Sir Alex, which I don't think is going to happen. But if you give Pep 10. If you give Pep 10 years, man, that dude he's gonna come close.
Yeah, he will.
Yes.
Give him 10 more, he's gonna come close.
He will.
They'll win this season. I mean, what, five seasons? Five out of 6?
5 out of 6.
That is ridiculous. We didn't do that.
Yeah.
Under Fergie. We didn't do that on Fergie. We didn't win 5 out of 6 on the Fergie. I don't think so.
No, we did 93, 94.
Okay.
Lost it to Blackburn 95. Won it
Okay.
in 96, won it in 97, lost it to Arsenal 98, won it in 99, 2000, 2001. So we did 3 in a row, 99, 2000, 2001. Lost it to Arsenal again, went back, won again 2003, lost it to Arsenal again 2004, the invincible season. And comes Chelsea, the new Mourinho team, 05, 06. Then United winning back 07, 08, 09. Lose it again to Chelsea, 2010. Then here comes United winning back in 11. Then Aguero does it back for them 2012.
Then we win 2013.
Back in 2013.
And that was the rest is
history. But 5 and 6 though. Just think about that. 5 and 6.
It is an accomplishment. It is an accomplishment. I mean, If he wins it next season, he sets a new record of 4 in a row. No one's done 4 in a row. If Pep wins it next season, they
And
set
there's
a new
another,
record.
and there goes another record that's a unique record that we don't have.
No, we don't
Mhm.
have 4 in a row. We've done 3 in a row twice.
I
They've
guess I
done
think
3 in a row once.
I think that's the
So
only thing we have now is 3 in a row twice. That's the only
yes,
thing we have.
yes.
And
If
we
they
won
do
one
3
more
in a row,
trophy.
if they do another 3 in a row, then. But if he does 4 in a row now, he set a new record.
Yeah.
But I think that, man, United
They
really need to
won't do
get their
it.
act
They
together.
won't do it. No chance. I don't think they'll do 4 in a row.
Man,
Because
you
when you
can't.
United
win,
really.
when you win the treble,
Mm,
when you win the treble, to come back from the treble
it's hard. It
again,
really is hard.
it's one of the hard because you've winning the treble, you've done something that only one team has ever done. So if you look at Pep as well, I think Fabregas alluded to this yesterday as well. He looked absolutely shattered. You're just looking
Yeah,
at
he
Pep,
was. You could see
Yeah,
the first
yeah,
half. He
he
tell
was
did.
that
stressed out.
yeah. So to start again, and don't forget, next season Chelsea will be back. And to answer your question, would you rather any other team
Mm.
win the treble? I'd say no. I'd say no because we don't know any Man City. We don't know any Man City fans. We don't know any Chelsea fans. We don't know any any Man City fans. Sorry, that can gloat and maybe talk nonsense about winning the treble. And let's look at the big picture here. Whilst this is really frustrating, my consolation is they've only matched what we've done. We've been there, done that.
Mm.
So
True.
it's not like this is something that has never been done before.
24
You know,
years that record stood.
Yeah.
They've only just matched what we've done. So they're on the right track, which is annoying. But
It is
yeah,
annoying.
and just to one thing to add as well. If we're Manchester, this is a big wake up call for not just Man United fans, but current players, ex-players, current staff, previous staff, directors, CEO, everyone connected to Manchester United Football Club. This is a big wake up call. We've languished in mediocrity for far too long.
100%, mate.
We need to
I
do
agree
something
with you.
about it. And if the Glazers really want Manchester United to progress in the future, they need to put out a statement tomorrow. City are parading the trophy tomorrow. We need to
Oh,
squash
God.
that by putting out a statement saying that the club has been sold to Sheikh Jassim. That is, if we wanted to just kill City and squash this treble talk, let's let the Glazers need to come out tomorrow and accept that bid because that will completely trounce City's trophy. Can you imagine you waking up tomorrow morning? Manchester United Football Club has been sold to Sheikh Jassim seen as the preferred bidder and blah blah blah, and
Yeah.
will take the reign. No one will
That
talk
would.
about no one will talk about City's trophy celebrations anymore.
No, they
That
won't.
would just squash it. So if
No.
they truly like Man United and they want Man United to have the best and they have our interest at heart, tomorrow morning sell the club to Sheikh Jassim and let's squash City's trouble. That's all I'll say. That's the only comeback we can do right now. Yeah.
I agree with you, Ken. I agree with you. But my fear is these people don't care, man. They don't
I was
care.
I
just
know,
about to
yeah.
say, do they care enough to even? They don't
They
give a
don't
damn.
care because
They're
if
not
they
thinking
cared
like
enough,
that.
if they cared enough, I don't think we will be discussing about City win the trophy. If they cared enough, I don't think City would have.
Won the treble in
Yeah,
the
I don't
first
think they would have
place.
won the trophy in the first place. I think we would. Yeah, they wouldn't have won it because we would have stopped them somehow. We would have stopped them somehow. And I mean, it's man, it's really sad. And then even with I mean, I agree with you when if the owners come out and say yeah, it's been sold to Sheikh Jassim. I'm hearing there's this news coming out now that there's gonna be no preferred bidder being announced. It's just gonna be basically both Ineos and Sheikh Jassim 92 Foundation are gonna be in deep discussions with the Glazers, pretty much doing everything, laying everything out like they're just ready
Crap.
to be named like the owner, the new owners of the club. And then so basically there's no exclusivity period. That exclusivity period is when you name the preferred bidder. That's not gonna happen. It's pretty much they're gonna just go all the way down to the wire and they're gonna announce, okay, this person is gonna complete the sale of the club. That's it. There's no preferred bidder. There's gonna be no preferred bidder anymore. So it's what we're gonna get now is this person is gonna be the new owners. Point blank simple.
Right.
I mean, it should go back. It should go by quicker from what I've read. I don't know. I hope so. But I'll be shocked that even happens this week or next week, to be honest with you.
Right. It's quite sad though. I mean, this City team. I'm probably gonna do another show, like gonna compare how great is this City team compared to the '99 team. Were they better players? Were they, so we're gonna kind of like go deeper behind the scenes of the two treble teams that won
Our treble team was better, man. Let's ours was better.
100%.
100%. 100%. I mean,
it was built on natural, team growth, not financial growth. City still have 115 charges of financial fair play charges to deal with. We don't know what the repercussions of that would be.
I know, right?
So let's see what comes out of that.
So as United fan, it does hurt. It's. I mean, I was watching it with friends. I was with Kareem and a few of the guys at the Man at the pub at Arba, and a friend of mine, he's an Arsenal fan, a long life Arsenal fan. He was also cheering for City because I'm cheering for Inter. He can't stand City, but I get that. And he just said we should have done it on last Saturday at Wembley. We should have stopped the whole treble talk once and for all. That we owned it. It's your title someone's coming for. That we didn't play like we wanted to defend our own title, and it's the truth.
That's because our players don't care.
They don't care, and I don't think it was drilled into their head enough the importance of this. I probably think now when they turn the TVs on tomorrow and see the City, I mean, they kind of.
I don't think they care. I don't think I could get. I don't trust the players will turn on the TVs tomorrow, seeing City on the parade and they'll care. I don't think our players. I don't think our players care, man. I think those players are weak.
Ben's is right. Yeah,
they're weak
it's not all players. Yeah, well, I think maybe two or three, four at best will care.
Yes.
And get really upset. The rest would just
the rest won't care. Majority of them won't care. I guarantee you they won't care. They won't care. If they cared, right? They've had how many years of this to care? They've had time to care. Why all of a sudden now they care? If they care, they would have done something last week. At least,
honestly,
even if we lost last week,
they would have the game to extra time or something.
They would have played better. They would have been more aggressive. They would have been more physical. There would have been more passion. You would have seen more. They don't care.
You're right. I agree with you. It didn't care at all. So it was a good game to watch yesterday. It was a good game. I actually enjoyed the match as a football fan.
It was technical, tactical battle.
It was.
Battle,
Yep.
I thought the two teams played well, but I was just surprised how Inter. It's been a while I've seen City kind of struggle to figure out what to do next. Because the first half, I think City were completely shut down, and I think it was second half they started to. They seem to play better without De Bruyne when he got injured.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
True. Yeah.
You look at the first half. It's 0-0. You think, at halftime, you're thinking, City would just come out and blow away. Pep was getting. You can see he was getting frustrated.
Oh, look at him on the touchline. He was all over the place.
Yep, I was thinking, Pep's making some notes. He's going to go in at halftime. He's going to tear them to shreds, and they'll come out, get a couple of goals, game done. Second half started, 50 minutes, 0-0, 55 minutes. De Bruyne's injured. I'm thinking, these guys have managed to keep Haaland quiet. De Bruyne's injured. Game on.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
That's what I thought too, mate. That's what I thought. I thought, okay, this is it.
Then they score.
Then they score. Are you kidding me? When he made that slide rule pass into that guy, and the guy cut the ball back, I said this, and it just reminded me. I was
typical
surprised it wasn't there. I
Yeah,
was just
Bernardo
surprised it
Silva.
wasn't
That's a typical
Gundogan.
Bernardo Silva play. Yeah, City play. Yeah,
Go down
I
to the
did.
byline and then just cut and
got it back. Yeah.
just cut it back. Standard procedure. That's how they do it.
Yeah, they cut
Mm.
the ball all the way back to that 25-yard line, whereby someone's gonna
Y-
run to it. It's like
Yeah,
they know someone will be there.
you could say they score so many goals like that. That's like their bread and butter right there.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
Mahrez
this
play? He
Inter
came in the
Milan.
second half, didn't he?
No, Mars didn't play.
See?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This
Mars
Inter
didn't play.
Milan.
Did he? I can't remember him
No, he
playing.
didn't. He didn't. He didn't come on. He didn't come on.
Okay.
Back in the day,
Wow.
Italian teams, Rodri would not have scored that because the
No,
last thing
no.
an Italian team will give you is the chance to shoot and go. There
That's
was
it.
no there was no defense. You know, in it when you had the likes of Gattuso and all these guys,
Oh, that
you
guy
know,
he
would
just
not
sat
get
in
any
front of
shot
that
and go.
defense.
Yeah,
Man.
their
Just-
job is basically to stop someone coming. When I saw Rodri coming, I thought, oh, he's gonna do another Real Madrid. You know, when
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, but
You could see it coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once
Then,
that ball
you know,
just laid up, it was just right there for him to shoot. It was set up perfectly.
Perfect. Gundogan didn't even have a great game. He wasn't. They didn't,
No,
didn't do
he
anything
didn't.
spectacular.
No,
I mean, and
no, he
like
didn't.
against United, he was all over the place. He's trying to even get a hat trick
So,
against
but we
Italians.
made him all over the place, though, like you
Yeah.
said, Tim. That first goal, what were we? You know what? Let's not even go. I get so frustrated again.
15
Literally.
seconds.
15
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
And then the second goal, De Gea, I don't know what he was doing. You know, no one's coming out to block a shot. We left him, gave him the freedom of Wembley to take the shot.
Yep.
You know,
My
So-
Arsenal friend said, no, not being biased, he said De Gea should have done better for the second goal. He said the second goal,
100%.
that's a De
Even
Gea
Schmeichel
error. He
said
should
the
have
same
done
thing.
better. He should
Yeah.
have done much better to that.
And that's
all
what I'm
the
saying.
blockage in
Ben's
front of him.
mentioned
Nah,
it.
he still should have got to that ball.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it-
Ben's mentioned it. Some players have to be called out. De Gea has to go. I'm sorry. If we're looking at a treble, if we're looking at, we can't have any more sentiment.
No,
We've had
Ederson is a
enough
very
of
good
this
goalkeeper.
nonsense.
Yeah.
And he- and he-
We've had
and
enough of this
his
nonsense.
distribution was also very good. Even the Inter Milan goalkeeper. His
Look at
distribution-
Onana
Oh,
yesterday.
Onana.
Yeah.
I
Look at
love that
Onana
guy, man.
yesterday.
Ooh, that guy, he made me after seeing Onana yesterday, I was like, man, I would love to have that, man. I would
See,
love
when he was
even
bringing the ball out like a centre mid, or he was playing like Lisandro
Yeah.
Martinez, like
Yeah.
bringing the ball out. Even the technique to get the right part.
Yeah.
There was one time he got the ball, he
Why
took
are
the touch.
teams
looked out,
able to
he-
get those kind
he
of
played a
goalkeeping
through ball into
football
the
players?
centre
Yeah.
mid, literally by
Yeah.
passing.
yes, he
Press.
bypassed that. Yeah,
Open- Wow.
he opened the whole
You
play.
know?
Even Pep said Onana was playing like a CDM at
Yeah.
times in that game.
So you
So
ask
Pep
yourself,
said-
why can't we get goalkeepers like that?
Yeah, but it's because we have fans. Oh, De Gea, he's been there since around.
I think he's done. I
Get
think
rid
he's
of
done.
him.
Now, this is my opinion with De Gea,
All
right?
these players.
I think De Gea, we need to get a
Someone to
better
challenge him.
goalkeeper, right? We need to get someone to challenge him. We need to get a goalkeeper that can play, that is comfortable with the ball to his feet, right?
Yep.
On the other hand,
100%.
I would say De Gea, to me, in my opinion, De Gea is not the biggest issue in that team right now. That's my opinion. I think we have a lot more things.
Right.
We have a lot more high priorities to take care of. Now, if the funds are available after you take care of getting the striker, because to be honest with you, man, our defense was not bad last season. We just couldn't score. We weren't scoring enough goals. We weren't creating enough chances. I think that's
100%.
that's the part of the field that we need to really focus more is the attack. The attack needs to be fixed.
Yes.
I
we
do
need
agree that
we need a proper striker. Honestly, we can't
De
rely
Gea-
on Rashford.
Nah, you can't rely on Rashford. You need two strikers, and you need in my opinion, the way we play, we still don't play possession type
No,
football.
we don't. No, we
It's
don't.
mostly counterattack. We don't take care of the ball, e.g. Bruno, e.g. Rashford, e.g. who else doesn't take care of the ball on that team? There are a lot of players that don't really take
Fred.
care of the ball on that team.
Fred.
Fred doesn't take care of the ball. Who else? The only player that you would say that would want to take care of the ball, that takes care of the, in that midfield, would be Ericsson, but Ericsson is not physical enough.
No, physical,
he's
not
not.
fast, too slow.
He's too slow
And weak
and
as
weak
well.
and weak. So we have a lot of players in that team that don't really take care of the ball. That's if you really look at it.
Yeah, it's true. It is so true. Let me read
Yeah,
out what
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah.
what Emery Ten Hag said when they did an interview after the season, after the Premier season ended, the guy
Okay.
will be here next season. He may not always be man number one because a club this size, there must be competition always. You need double players for each position. It's not what I want. It's what top football demands nowadays. The biggest teams have to be capable of playing from the back and use the keeper as a plus one. It's so simple for teams to put you under pressure when the keeper just longs the ball long.
Absolutely.
Well,
And to address Ben's point as well about we need people that can keep the ball. You cannot keep the ball with the hair and go. It's important. Even if you go and get
yeah, true. You do.
Rodri and Bernardo Silva and Goodowan, it won't work because your keeper cannot keep the ball and he will keep
Yeah.
making mistakes. And
Yeah.
because he knows, because
Yeah.
if we're trying to play out from the back, you pass to the keeper gives a dodgy pass. Everyone's panicking. Like it doesn't breed confidence at all.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
we're always inviting pressure because when he kicks it
Pressure.
long,
It does.
when he kicks it long, we're not winning those first
That's what
second balls.
Pep said.
Yeah, it's right back. Now you are right. It does you're right. We definitely do need a goalkeeper that can play is in ball to his feet. That distribution is good, but then I don't know. The thing is, will Ten Hag? I'm not against the hair being replaced now. I'm not
which
against
keepers are out there
if the
that
money
we
is
can
there.
get? Which keepers are out there?
Good question. I can name you three. You got Diogo
Three?
Costa at Porto. Yeah, Diogo Costa is
I heard of
fantastic.
Diogo
And he
Costa
could play with his
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, very, very good on his feet. You got Raya, Brentford's goalkeeper, solid on his feet. Yeah, you mentioned Onana, that's one. You got Onana. There are other goalkeepers as well. You know, those are the three I can mention right now. Raya,
Are
Diogo
they also
Costa,
good shot stoppers too?
Yes, they're good keepers. Diogo Costa's release clause is how much? It's quite expensive, 64 million. But this is what Pep did. This is why we need Sheikh Jassim. Pep came in. Joe Hart was in goal. Joe Hart.
I remember
Yeah,
when
that's
he
true,
got
yeah.
Joe
Very
Hart,
similar.
England number one.
Very
Yeah,
similar
similar.
to De Gea.
Remember the
Good
press
shot
went off. Like,
stopper.
how could he just
Yeah.
get rid of England number one?
Yeah,
It was
good
the end
shot
of him.
stopper. England number one. He came in. No, you can't play out for the back. Therefore, I'm going to pay. I don't know how much he paid for Edison, Elderson, whatever his name is. Paid the money, brought him in.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what we have to do. This is why we need the Sheikh.
So you think we're playing on so much emotions and we're not
It's all
brutal enough to
sentiments.
make sentiments.
It's sentiments. This is why you had Phil Jones at a club for X number of years. We're not brutal enough. So I'm just hoping the good
Ken does have a point though. He has a point.
It's very true.
No,
We're a
it's very true,
sentimental
very
club,
true.
retirement home.
The veil in
Yeah.
my eyes literally opened last night. Seeing City winning the treble, I'm like, how in God's name have we let this happen?
No,
You
mate,
know, it's because of the
it hurts,
stupid
mate.
things that we've done. The signings, Valencia, we sold Ronaldo, we brought in Valencia. Bringing in players like Ashley Young.
Michael Owen.
But let's be
Michael
honest,
Owen,
right? Let's be honest. The roots of this whole problem has been the Glazers. Let's be honest. It's
A lot
been
of people say
100%.
they've
Fergie
been
had
the
a
roots.
role in all this nonsense we find ourselves in.
well, I mean, Ken can speak.
No, go on. No,
Do you
go on.
think Fergie could have? I mean, the team.
In my opinion, right? I think, yeah, Fergie had a small role to play, but it wasn't. But I think the big reason why we're in this position here today is because of the Glazers. Except there's some reason, except when the club got sold. Because I don't know, there's this story I hear about Fergie being upset about something.
Yes,
Yes.
And he didn't want to do.
there was him and
JP
there were-
McManus and his
so
brother,
back in the
his friend, sorry.
late
Yeah.
90s or early 2000s, he had
Mhm.
this horse. Him and these two Irish guys were fighting for ownership of a horse.
Who was
And-
fighting for the ownership?
Fergie.
Fergie was
for-
fighting. Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
these two guys had shares in the club already.
The biggest shares, yeah.
The biggest shares in the club. So when he fell out with them over a horse,
Mhm.
that's when these
They
guys
pulled out. Yeah, they
They
decided
pulled out.
that, you know what, because Fergie, you got on my nerves. We're gonna sell our shares. We don't want anything to do with you and Manchester United. That then gave the Glazers the opportunity to come and bid for the club. So the Glazers came and bought the shares of those guys and some, and the rest is
Oh,
history. Yeah.
Yep.
So if he didn't have that fight with that stupid horse, he wouldn't be the Glazers wouldn't have because by then, you know,
wow.
everything, you know, the rest of the shares were owned by the fans as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So by them pulling out, United were forced to kind of be
Sell
listed
to
in the
the next bidder who came
yeah,
out.
yeah,
Yeah. And
listed in
these
the
guys
stock
saw the
exchanges, things
opportunity
like that. Yeah.
and they went in there and
Oh
they never left.
man.
They never left.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's sad, man.
And the guys now, it was the dad who bought it.
Yeah, it
Not
was their
them. These
dad,
guys were
not
not
them.
even in the forefront.
Yeah, it
Avram
was his
and
dad, yeah.
this other clan, they were not
Mm.
there. It was the father who did all this.
Hmm.
How long was the father around before he passed away? How long did he have
About
ownership of the club?
he died like 8 years, 8 or 9, about 8 or 9 years ago now. 8 or 9,
Okay.
10 years ago. Yeah.
So my question is, did he compared to his children,
They're all the same. At least he had the
did he even
business. He was a businessman because he had acquired the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and
yeah,
NFL, and they won Super Bowl. When they won the Super Bowl, the following year he dismantled the team, and they fell apart ever since then. Then he bought United. We were at our peak. We had just won 07. I think we just won. I think they came in 07. We just won the league title in 07 with Ronaldo, Rooney, and Tevez. Then these guys came in, okay, but United, we pretended they were working behind the scenes. They were not really upfront, like. And United, everything was under Ferguson. He was still managing the players, who we buy, who we come in. The structure, he still had David Gill beside him as the guy doing all the contract negotiation. So things were still fine. When he now left, it's now everything just got exposed. Like,
Hmm.
it's like, oh yeah, that's why everything went downhill from. Yes, if that horse thing was not, if they didn't have that fall out the horse, we probably wouldn't have seen the Glazers today. But
No.
yeah, well, he did manage 3 teams. He get that 07, 08, 09 team. He had to get another team because Ronaldo, Tevez, they all left. You know,
Yeah.
he now had to manage a new team. That team that even he got Van Persie
Yeah,
when we
and
lost it.
that wasn't because of the Glazers. The success we had when the senior Glazer came in, the one that passed, wasn't because of the Glazers. It was because of the structure in place at
The structure in
United.
yeah,
place.
There was a
yeah,
There was
good
a
structure. You
structure.
had, David Gill was there. You had Fergie there. You still had the key people that helped us all the way. There was that natural transition. So the structure was there. But as soon
yeah.
as the structure, we started losing that structure when the Glazers came in.
Because even that 2013 team, it was not a great team that won that last league title.
No,
It
it
was
was
not
a
great.
shocking team.
Damn.
Van
That's why Rooney
Persie
wanted to leave.
and aging Rooney, that team
Yeah.
was aging. And the following season, they Moyes took over, and see what happened with him. They couldn't even do anything. They just won the Community Shield. That was it.
Mm.
It
Have
was
you guys
downhill
seen
after
the
that.
Rooney documentary
What's it?
No,
What's he
on
saying?
Netflix, on Amazon? I think Amazon. You should
What's
watch
he
it.
saying?
He basically exposed what happened. So Rooney wanted to leave, right?
Right.
yeah,
You know why he wanted to leave? This is in his own words. We sold Ronaldo, we didn't replace him. We sold Tevez, we didn't replace him. Very similar to what Roy Keane was talking about. We were buying players that were not good enough to
Poor
challenge.
quality.
And that's why he
yeah.
wanted to leave. Yeah, we were not replacing quality with
You're just
quality.
buying
We were
quantity.
just buying quantity, buying all this. That's why he had that big fallout. I highly recommend watching that documentary.
Okay, I'll
It
watch
really
it.
I'm gonna
exposed
watch it.
everything that happened. Yeah,
I'll watch it. I
But
mean,
that's
yeah,
because of the Glazers, though. The Glazers, it's the Glazers that were in charge that time, right? Yeah, it's
yeah.
just
yes,
because of
yeah,
And
them.
they were
and
in charge,
they
but
didn't
we
push
still had a
Fergie
good
to
structure, though. We still had
success.
the
Yeah,
structure.
they came in and all they wanted to was to make money. Whereas
Yeah,
if we had one of the Arabs come in, they would have gone, okay, Sir Alec, how do we build on this success? Not, okay, Sir Alec, this is what you want. Okay, this is what you're doing. Just do your thing. We'll just get the profit. It was all about, okay, Manchester United, a making machine. This is less. Fergie knows what he's doing. Let's leave it
Yeah,
to him.
that they didn't
Mhm.
interrupt.
They didn't interrupt. They were just waiting for the profits to come in. You know.
But at the same time, even though the structure was there, but at the same time, the owners are the ones that would sign off and say, okay, this is the budget, this is how much
Yeah,
money
but
you have to
David
spend in
Gill
the transfer
knew
window.
what he was looking for, what Ferguson needed.
But at the same time, if Fergie wanted player A and player A cost this X amount of dollars or
Mm.
X amount of
Mm.
whatever, and the budget says, okay, you might be able to get that player, but you won't be able to get player B and C, then
True.
Fergie might be forced to look at
Of course, yeah.
a plan B.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that all it adds up.
Mm.
It's all at the end of the day. It comes. I mean, City. Pep says, I need this player. I need Ken as my striker. That's what I want. I need him. I need him before the start of preseason. Then go get him.
Mm.
Yep.
I need Tim as my center back. I need him now before start of preseason. They go and get him.
You're gonna get him, yeah. They
Man,
pay
They,
whatever
Fergie-
it takes.
yeah.
they were. You see what City have. City are not building for this season. They're building for next 6-7 years.
Yes.
They want to
exactly.
They want to dominate, and they want to. They are going so far. They want to get to those 13 league titles that Alex Ferguson got.
Oh
They're
yeah.
trying to get there. They're on
And I think
7
they're
now.
gonna get there. They're going to get there.
But and
If
when you
Pep
think about it,
stays, yes.
If Pep stays,
stays,
if Pep
it's
stays, they're
achievable.
gonna get there. It's very, very achievable.
and
Very,
I
very
won't be
achievable.
surprised if they get another Champions League. Believe me, I could see.
I
City
won't be
winning another
surprised
Champions
either.
League.
That's the only
You know?
thing we have on top of them is, well, I guess we have more Premier League trophies. We got more trophies than them in general.
Yes, more
More
Champions
Premier
League. We
League,
have 20. They
and-
have in
and
total.
we-
They have in total 8 Premier League titles, including back in the day Division 1
Yeah.
titles. They've only got 8 because they never
And they
won.
only
They
got
were
one
not a
Champions
great
League.
team, bro.
Yeah,
when we won
but
when we won the treble, they were in Division 2. They'll be
Division 2, they were
relegated.
playing the Division 2
They played
playoffs,
Championship
yeah.
football.
Division 2 playoffs versus
That is-
Gillingham.
so you see
Yeah,
where
I
they
remember.
were, how they
Playing
were.
there.
as soon as they got bought by Sheikh
2008.
Mansour, whatever,
the-
they've been. You see what happens when you have good ownership.
Mm.
You see what happens.
Structure.
I mean, you have good
Mm.
ownership and then structure, because the ownership, when you have good ownership that they want to win, they'll say, okay, I need the best in class director, I need the best in class whatever for each position. I need you guys to go and build me a team that's going to win trophies for the next
Right.
decade.
Yeah, you're right.
It all
So
starts from the top at the end of
Yeah.
the day.
they had the vision of what they wanted to buy. They build the stadium. Remember, Ken, they had Mark Hughes as the manager first.
Yes. Yeah.
Then they threw money. They bought players.
Yep.
They bought some good players.
Robinho. They bought
Robinho and all that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Then he got fired. Then who was the next guy who won then the title? What's his name? now?
The Italian Pellegrini, was it
No,
Pellegrini,
before
yeah.
Pellegrini. There was somebody before Pellegrini. The guy for the Aguero. Pellegrini was after Aguero.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
Mancini.
Mancini
Mancini, okay.
first. So
Mhm.
after Mark Hughes, they got Mancini. He won them the title,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
2 titles. He got fired. They brought Pellegrini. He won them
Pellegrini.
He won them 1 title. He got fired. Then comes Pep. So
Yeah.
even when Pep came, he had managers who had already been winning titles. They already
Yeah,
started
exactly.
to accumulate.
Mhm.
When Ferguson came in, we had the 1 title in 26 years.
Mm-hmm.
But Pep when he came in, they were already managers who they wanted you to they wanted him to do the whole Barca package. They brought some of his directors from Barca to build a new dynasty
Yeah.
for Man City, whereby own other clubs going to be the
Again,
feeder
structure. That guy.
The structure, yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't have it at that point. We were going from bad to worse. We were going from Moyes to Louis Van Gaal to
We had
Mourinho
Ed
to
Woodward.
Ole, Ed Woodward.
Woodward.
It just was going
One
bad
of
to
the
worse.
worst football CEOs in the world.
So most people say Man City reboot 08 because it was from 08 they started to rebuild, buy the new team and start bringing players, start competing for the Yaya Toure. They were buying class players, bro.
Quality players.
Quality. You know? And that clown even had the audacity to leave United and join Man City. What's his name?
Tevez.
And won a title with them.
Yeah, but you know what happened with that, right?
Yes. He was owned by 2 people. 2 people owned his contracts.
Yeah, but he wanted to be seen as a senior player at United. The likes of Gary Neville and Fergie, and again, the Glazers they just trusted Fergie and they left it. So Sir Alex said, "Look, I can't give you that level of pedigree." That's why I didn't sign a new contract, and he went to Man City. decisions.
Why won't they
some
give
of
him that though? Why won't they give him that?
Ferguson was a bully to a point. So if we call it as it is, yes, he was a very great manager. But some of the decisions, because
some of
there's
the
some players
decisions he made were
were
shocking.
were shocking.
Yapstam,
The Japstan one, that
Yeah,
was
that
another
Yapstam
petty
one
one.
was
That was
crazy.
petty. He read an article of what Japstam said. He didn't research it. He didn't inquire.
just locked him off.
Just
You know, he
shut
would
him
have
up.
won more league titles if Yapstam
Yes.
stayed.
We had just won the '99 treble. 2000 season, we defended the title back to back to back, but we fell away in Champions League completely. We fell away. But he showed Japstam the following season after the guy had a great season with us, because you were petty, even though he keeps saying it was the biggest regret. But sometimes we need to take our emotions out of a situation, because that's the selfish part, I think, that which Fergie did. He took his emotions to make a decision instead of putting the club first.
Yeah.
And Japstam could not understand why. And I didn't even say what you said I said. But he had made a decision, and the arrogance, and I'm too big to go back on my word. I've made that decision. You're out. I've already spoken to Inter Milan. They're ready to buy you. You're on the next plane out. Messed up big time. And he went to go and get Laurent Blanc, somebody who was washed up completely. He was 37. His legs were gone, completely gone at that point. I went to Highbury to watch Man United and Arsenal, the old Highbury Stadium. We were wearing the gold shirt and black shorts. Henri ripped.
Of course,
it was embarrassing, mate. And we had this guy was in goal for us. French keeper, bald head guy. What's his name?
I know you're talking about. I forgot his name.
He was
Fabien Barthez.
Yeah. Oh my God,
another joker.
that guy was a joke, though.
Literally rolled the ball to Henri by mistake. Henri, if you Google Arsenal,
and then he pulled his shot off like.
Guys,
you know when they pulled their shots off.
Absolute clown. He was an embarrassment. He was so erratic.
I remember that.
So erratic. So that was United at one of the lowest. Then it was when he realized Laurent Blanc defenders were running past him like he was not there. That's when he had to go get Rio Ferdinand from Leeds. After the 2002 World Cup. He said, if you go on that plane to Leeds on vacation, we're in signing you. Rio didn't go on that plane. He waited for United, like, yeah, I'm on my way. I'm coming to join Man United. That's when he formed Vidic and Rio together. Then we became solid. For 2 seasons, we had Laurent Blanc, and it was like a leaking tap. You didn't know. I'll just fix this hole. There's another hole here. Another hole. It was just leaking everywhere because it was past his head. But this is Ferguson's decisions. Because he got rid of Japstam because of his sentiments.
But I mean, just to summarize as well, like you said, Tim, we just need to. I think this could potentially be a blessing in disguise, guys.
I'm telling you, it better be, mate. It better be
a blessing in disguise in the sense that what.
In the sense that I'm sure. Okay, I know the players may not care, but I'm sure there are discussions going on at Old Trafford. I'm sure people like the class of '92 now are calling out. I expect them to be making calls tomorrow morning, calling the club, going, what is going on with our football club? We need to get a grip. The likes of David.
They're all living in England there. Sky Sports, BBC One is going to be shown on TV of the parade. So
tomorrow,
it's going to hit hard. The '99 team is going to hit them hard.
Yes, class of '90. They need to do something. They need to come in. Forget all this punditry. Everyone, Rios, BT, Gary Neville's. Let's come together and let's sort this out. That's one thing. That's one of the things that I want to see happen. People coming together to discuss and think and say what is going on with that club. The second thing is, unfortunately, I don't live in Manchester, but people around there has to be a big protest tomorrow, or maybe not tomorrow because of the celebration, but the day after, to get a huge drive to get these Glazer people off the club. I mean,
right.
Something has to give. What is this? I mean,
because if nothing is done, we're just going to be watching another city.
I totally agree with Ken.
Hurricanes there, and we're saying, oh, we're not sure we're gonna go for Hulong next. I'm sorry, it's Mason Mount, and we're looking at. We need to start signing players right now.
But you
All this
do
last
know
minute.com, we wait till the end of just
the
2
transfer
days
window.
before the transfer window. We go and pay 200 million when we should have paid 50
Exactly, just
million now.
like Anthony's situation. You do realize Daniel Levy said
Yeah.
he will sell to United for 120. Any team outside the EPL will be 100 million, but any team in EPL is 120 million.
Pay the 120.
But you
for
got to
Harry
ask yourself,
Kane.
is he worth 120, bro?
He's not. He's not worth 120. But I tell you,
Bro,
if Harry
at this
Kane, if
point,
Harry Kane
Is he
joins this
gonna? Is he
team,
good?
who? If Harry Kane joins this attack, who, bro?
Yeah, trust me.
It will be. It will be. It will be lights, camera, action.
I think
I think
this
he's.
guy
I
needs
think
to be
he'll
brought
be the
back.
best.
Ahmad needs to be brought into this squad, 100%.
What's he
Ahmad
gonna do?
Diallo.
Yeah, but
What's he
he's too
gonna
young.
do?
He's too.
What's he gonna do?
He's a
Still think he's
prospect.
going to see, but the impact Garnacho makes, I think Diallo can make the same impact too. I think
Okay.
so.
Yeah, I agree.
To
But
be
he's a
honest with
young player. Young
he's
players
yeah.
go hot and cold.
But there's the hunger. I got to
The
prove myself.
player.
I got to prove
The play.
myself.
What you need. What we need. We need a player in number 9. We need a striker that will do
Right? What?
that will one link up the play, that will hold the ball up, that will score goals. When I mean score goals, if you give him 2 chances, he scores 1.
Scores what you just described, Harry Kane.
That's what
there's no one
you
else
need. That
I can think of that can do what you just said right now. Osimhen is but I don't think Napoli.
Harry Kane's EPL proven.
Yeah. Harry Kane's you're guaranteed
25
goals a season.
He's a
It's
Van
a guarantee.
Persie. He's a Van. You know when we signed Van Persie at 29 and we won the league. I'm not saying we'll win the league.
He was on fire, man. He was on fire, and he was so upset.
If
Ferguson
you
retired the season he came, he was so upset. He said he said Ferguson never told him he was going to leave out to last year. He was so upset, and Van Gaal sold him. Van Gaal sold him.
I felt for him too, because obviously you would think you're going to win more, and it just
because he was at Arsenal off and on for eight years. Never he won an FA Cup. Always injured. When he came to United, wasn't injured. And he gave us, his goals gave us the league title. Literally, single-handedly gave us the league title.
I would, to be honest with you, right? If you ask me, I would even think, I would say when it comes to being ruthless, right? A lot of people may not, like, if we're going to be ruthless and be real, I think, I mean, Rashford, he scored a lot of goals for us last season, but let's be real, man. Let's be real.
I've never been a fan of him.
He's not good enough. If you really want to win, put it this way, if you want to win titles, I don't think Rashford is your man. My honest opinion.
As a starter. No.
Not as a starter.
As a sub, yes, but not as a starter.
He can contribute to the team. He's definitely part of the squad for sure. But he's not your main guy. He's not a starter every single week. Rashford is a moments player.
Yes.
Got to keep that in mind. He's a moments player. We don't want, it's good to have moments players, but we want team players, players that will work in a team, that will think of, okay, let me make this pass because that's a better option than shooting.
Yes.
That's my biggest problem with Rashford. Always want to take that shot. Just pass the ball. You have that. How many times does that happen? Bruno does it too. Rashford does it a lot. A lot of players do it.
The selfishness, and I don't think they're being told like if someone's in a better position, pass the ball.
But you would think Erik ten Hag would tell them that.
Maybe he tells them that they don't listen, and that's where we are today. But I think these people need to be. We don't know what's going to. And another thing is that with United attack, what I've seen sometimes is like the ball gets to that final third, and it's like they overpass and don't know where they want to do, and it's too late. The moment has gone.
There's no plan. I think
just,
we were better. We were even a better counter-attacking team under Ole than now.
But we were so predictable. We counterattacked every team, even at home even at home to Fulham, at home to Brentford. We were sitting.
I agree.
We're like a trap.
I know. That's how we play was counterattack. But we were much better at it then than now, because at least then we knew what to. Man, I remember there was there was some counterattacks, man, that started from. I mean, there's one. There's a couple ones. A couple that like ring to my. There was this one. I think it was Matic. Matic gets the ball. I think it was one time to someone was run on the left wing. It was
Oh,
Rashford.
I
I
think I
forgot.
remember. Yeah, I can't remember what the.
It was a one time to the left winger. Where was on the left wing? Man, if you watch that goal, just watch some counterattacks that we had then. Ooh, it was like sweets.
Yeah,
Sweets, real nice. But we don't do that now. I'm not saying that we should go back to playing counterattacking, but I'm saying if you're gonna counterattack, at least do it well. We're not even doing that well.
right, exactly. So now, some of the news I was hearing is that they're saying Rashford is gonna be. He said he's gonna be there for many more years to come, which means he plans to be there, probably end his career there. That they
Well,
want to
hasn't
make
signed.
You'd
he
expect
hasn't
so.
signed. They want to make him the highest paid player there and the poster boy, like how they do Mbappe at
No,
That's the worst decision that
no,
we will
that's the
make.
worst
no,
decision, but it seems that's where
no,
that's where we're heading to.
Then
no,
we're done. I don't see any changes there.
no.
Say we're done.
Yeah,
Say we're,
we're done. We're not being rude. As in, we're done. If you want to after yesterday, if you want to make a change, if you want to make a difference, you don't make Rashford the highest paid player in that team, man.
No.
You don't.
But you know,
He's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but he doesn't deserve to be the highest paid player in that team. He's not done it. He's not done it season after season, and he's just
yeah.
I mean, he's a good player, but I don't know this sentimental thing with Rashford, man. Oh, it's
He's a local
ridiculous.
lad. He came from Manchester, came through the academy. So you see, United are still
But
stuck
that's
to be
why we're where we are.
sentimental.
That's
Yeah,
why
we're
we're where we are.
sentimental. We're too sentimental. Oh, our history, our history. Oh, we did this, we did that, man. When it comes down to it, we're just that's why we need Sheikh Jassim.
100%. Someone that
That
can set,
is
set expectations.
Mm.
Season 1, okay, you've qualified, you finished third, thank you. Season 2, which is next season, you need to challenge for the league.
So
You
you
need to
should
challenge for the
you
league
should be aiming for nothing less than first or second. That should
and
be
be
your baseline.
and be,
yeah.
specific.
You want one
Champions
trophy, you
League,
should win nothing less than 2 trophies this time. So
yeah,
there should be
exactly.
gradual
Very
increments and
specific.
improvements.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be specific. Champions League, minimum quarterfinal.
Yeah.
You set because everyone, I think we're going into a season. The mentality is okay. Yeah, we can challenge this year, but let's just see how. No, look at Newcastle.
I know, right?
Hughes. What's his name? Eddie Howe.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to qualify for the Champions League. If he didn't qualify for the Champions League, he would have been sacked. The only
Of
reason
course.
why he's still in a job is because he qualified for the Champions. You have to set targets. You know, that's what we need to have. But it's just people are like, okay, let's just see how it goes. You know,
You're very correct. But you see, when
Let's see how it goes.
when you just see how it goes, oh, you fail, oh, we go again. You fail, we go again. It's not we fail, we go again. You have to. Why are you constantly failing? But
The players say
when
that
the
a lot.
players have been told that, Ole tells them it's not about winning trophies. It is about winning trophies. Man United is
course.
built on winning trophies. So when a manager says, "Bro, it's not about winning trophies, just play and qualify," so obviously, do you think the guy is really gonna be upset when he gets knocked out of a tournament? No, because the
No,
manager said it's not about trophies. It's about building. No, it's about winning
trophies
trophies.
brings ego. He said.
Yes, isn't it? That guy's a clown. For a guy like him,
He's a clown,
someone
man.
of someone of his own integrity, who played in an era whereby it was always about trophies. For him to now say that, I was so disappointed, and I think that's probably his downfall. Go tell Marino it's not about trophies. He will kick you out of his room. Marino is you saw how pissed off. Okay, maybe they were robbed for the Europa thing. Maybe they were robbed there. You saw how pissed off he was. That's the passion, because to Marino, it's about the trophies. Everywhere he goes, he wants to win a trophy. Okay, him and Spurs, it didn't work out. But he did sit down and talk to Dele Alli. Did Dele Alli listen? Where did Dele Alli end up? We all see where that went to. He went down. This was the guy who played for England in the quarterfinals or semifinals in 2018 World Cup.
Semifinals, yeah, World Cup, yeah.
And his career just went from there to there because he thinks, it comes down to the culture.
He thinks he's arrived.
He thinks he's arrived. I'm an English player. I play for English national team. I play for top 6, top 5 team in England. I've got it made. You got to improve your craft always, because there's always someone coming behind you. There's always someone coming behind you. Coming. Look at people like Mason Mount who were not even near him then. They're all regulars in the England team. Dele Alli can't even get a team to play for.
Yep.
See how people. Man,
He's free agent.
It's real. But a manager that's just like Mourinho, when talk about that's similar to Mourinho about winning mentality that wants to win trophies is Erik ten Hag. We have the manager.
Yeah, we have the manager,
Yeah.
and
We
he
have him.
plays better football than Mourinho as well.
Yeah. So
We have the manager, but the thing
we need
is,
to get
we
all the
just-
pieces together. You need to get the players to believe in that philosophy. Buy the word.
I don't even
buy
think we
into
need
the
to play.
philosophy.
I don't think we need to get the players to buy into the philosophy. I think we get new players. I don't think we need these players are not good enough to buy into
So,
nothing.
like,
Get rid
you
of
agree
them.
agree with what Erik ten Hag said, that open heart surgery was needed, but they
Oh,
shipped
oh.
him out when he said.
Oh no! Yes,
Oh, Ralph
I
Rangnick,
believe.
yeah.
Ralph Rangnick.
Yeah.
I believed in that. I believed in that long from the get go. We need is open heart surgery. A lot of these players need to go. A lot of them need to go. When I
Because
mean
he
a lot
must
of them
have
need to
seen
go.
how bad they were.
In that first team, a lot
Yeah.
of those players in that first team in that starting 11 need to go. A lot of them still need to go. You'll be surprised the
He
names
did say
that I feel will need to go. You'll be surprised. If you ask me now, out of that starting 11, which additional players will need to go, you'll be surprised.
All right, go.
What I'll tell you.
Give me some.
I mean,
Why you on
obviously, De Gea needs to go.
One.
People say I'm controversial on this one.
It is your nickname.
People say
so
I
we-
can
Let me
Well,
guess.
well,
Let me
well.
guess. Let me guess, Bems. Let me guess. Bruno.
You're right.
Yeah, I agree. I
I
agree.
think Bruno will need to go. Fred
I
needs to
agree.
go.
McTominay,
He needs to go.
Rashford,
Rashford,
Martial. Let me
Rashford won't be a starter for me. Rashford will be on the bench. Martial needs to go.
That's five. For Ben, who's a Martial fan, saying he needs to go.
Yeah.
Sancho.
I'm sorry, you need to go. No, I'm serious. The only
Yeah, no,
Sancho,
if you're
Sancho.
being, what's the word I'm looking for now? If you
Personally,
want to,
I think
yeah,
Sancho has failed. I think that the project is done.
You need to
I
go.
think it's over. I think it's overrated. I think he's lost it somewhere along the line. He's unsure of himself. He's got no confidence. I mean, he just.
in that final, you're playing an FA Cup final, and you're playing football like that. Did you see Sancho? Did you see Sancho in the FA Cup final?
Goes missing too.
Awful.
He
Yeah.
goes
He
missing
wasn't
too
going
quick.
for the tackles. He was pulling out the tackles because I'm
Awful.
sure he's thinking about getting on the plane, getting to his vacation. I think he just don't he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to mess up his vacation, his holiday, because if he gets injured, then he has to report back in time early, or he has to go through treatment, right? So his holiday is messed up. I won't be surprised. That's what all of them. Man, a lot of these players, the only players that need to stay there, Martinez needs to stay. What's his name? Malacia. I'll keep that guy. That guy, you can see he's got the mentality. He's got heart.
Yes.
Who else did he buy? Who else did he buy again? Ericsson.
Anthony, what do you think of Anthony?
I don't really. Anthony. So Anthony, right? I won't say Anthony needs to go, because one thing I've seen about Anthony is that passion is there. Yeah, I can see the passion. The fight is there. It's just that his decision making in that final third, always wanted to take that shot, is annoying. I think that can be fixed. I think that can be fixed. But I think the passion, you could tell the guy really cares. You could tell. I don't think he needs to. All the players that Erik ten Hag bought need to stay, because every single one. The only one that I will say that I won't. The only one that I'll say maybe is Vergos. I mean, he didn't buy him,
but he's on loan.
Yeah,
he was forced into that. Yes,
he was
Vergos
actually
needs to
hoping
go.
for an extension. You know that, right?
Oh
man,
he was hoping for an extension.
he could hope all his life.
He would like
it's
to
not gonna
stay
happen.
on.
It's not gonna happen, man. It's not. He's gone now already.
Yeah,
I think
done.
is the contract over yet, or
well,
it's ended?
Sabista over there, or Sabista's over as well, right?
I would let Sabista go too, man. That guy's too injury prone.
You don't like
let him go.
Sabista?
We like him, but he's too injury prone. He wasn't even really that. Let's be honest, man. He didn't really do too much with the team.
He wasn't fantastic. No,
Yeah, he wasn't fantastic.
He had some good games here and there.
Yeah, he needs to go.
I would have kept him though, but
Open heart surgery. That's what
The main
Ragnick
thing is
said.
Bruno. Bruno is a big problem because of his
Oh
stats.
yeah,
He scores goals, but he
yes.
kills the team.
He
He kills the
kills.
team big
We
time.
we don't keep the ball a lot because of him. He
Mm.
lose the ball. He loses
In
the ball.
dangerous places, doing
Yeah, in dangerous
flicks.
If
places.
an opportunity arose, if it's a yes or no to bring Pogba back under Ten Hag in this new Ten Hag system, Spence, would you bring him back?
Oh man, I'm sorry. I don't think I'll bring him back either, man. I don't think I'll bring him back either. I like PP, man. I like the guy, but I don't know, man. He wasn't. When I talk about hearts, right?
Mm.
When I look, when I see Man City players,
Mm.
I mean, I wish I could just take all those players and put them in a United shirt and just play. Like when I talk about heart, man, like PP, I mean, he's all about, but that's his personality. He's all about looking good, the style, showboating, you know what I'm saying, the dribbling, I don't care about that no more, man. I want players that are gonna fight every single day, going for the tackles. They're gonna they're gonna take is when they get on the pitch, it's business. That's what I want. I don't want no feel good, no, oh, I'm the man for this. No, I don't want
Right.
that.
Ken,
Yeah.
would you take
Yeah,
Pogba
no,
back?
I see what I wouldn't, because if you look at where he's at
My
Juventus
wife
right
is
now.
laughing at me.
Say hello to her.
Yeah.
If you look at where
Say hello. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
if you look at where Pogba, how is his situation at Juve? It hasn't worked out either. So I think it's just
He's injured
fair
again, isn't
not
he?
to. He's injured again. Yeah, he got
Oh,
injured.
Jesus.
Got injured.
Because he
Yeah.
played one good game for Juve. I saw that on it was a Champions League game. Was it? Yeah, against Sevilla
He didn't even play the whole
in the
game, to be honest.
quarterfinals.
He
Yeah,
didn't
He
he
play
made
the
got
a
whole
he
he
game.
got he got an assist in the equalizer, the 1-1 draw at the at Juventus basically.
right.
Yeah.
So
But speaking
United
of
will,
Juve, the
yeah.
player I'd like to see if we're gonna let Sancho go is Chiesa. I don't know what you guys
He's
think
a good
about
player. No,
Chiesa.
he's a very good player.
No,
End
But
that's
would
product,
it
good.
fit United system though?
dynamic, pace, power, shooting left, right, everywhere. He's been injured. I think he got injured most of last season, but he just came back. But whether Juventus will sell is another. I mean,
Right,
if you're
right,
talking about players with heart,
right. Passion. Who
passion,
won always win.
technique. Hmm.
Who will fight? Who have and I mean, guys, just take a look at Man City team, man. Just look at what Pep is.
Bro,
Just look at those
I see
players,
it. I
man.
saw the way they
Just
came
look at
from
those
behind to
players.
beat to take the title from underneath, right
Yeah.
underneath Arsenal. That says a lot.
When they get
They're
on
just
that
grinding. They
that
just get
groove,
winning.
when they get on that groove of winning, it's a done deal. It's over.
Yep, it's over. They can go 10, 15, they do 10 to 15 games unbeaten.
Yeah.
When they
It's a
signed Haaland, I said this might just be the because remember he always played the false nine,
yeah.
and he didn't make it in Champions League. He said, "All right, if he gets Haaland, that might just be the final piece of his jigsaw puzzle." And hey, the
And it
And
treble.
happened.
I don't think it was only just Holland. I think Ten Hag changed, not Ten Hag. I think Pep
Pep.
improved that defense. I think it wasn't just Holland. I think the defense was another area where he improved this season. If you notice, defensively they're much better. They don't
Was
get
it?
caught
What did it
on their
change? Was
counterattack.
it much different from last season's defense?
No, it
Yeah.
was much different. It was much
I
different.
think the master stroke was bringing
Yeah.
in the right back into center mid
Yes.
as a second
Yeah.
DM was the
Yeah.
master stroke that killed
Yeah.
everyone, because people were thinking, okay, who are we marking? Tactically that
It
took everyone,
confuses
confused
teams.
everyone. Yeah,
Wow.
It
yeah.
confu he got Akanji. Akanji is a very good buy. Akanji playing in that, and even Ake improved after he bought him. But I think the other thing that made City much better is that before in seasons past, what City would do is they would just camp in the halfway line, like they would, is in their center backs would be in your half, like there is in that high line was ridiculous.
But now
this
they
season,
moved back.
the high line went back. And
Yeah.
what they did was because they wanted to they wanted to protect that against that counterattack. So if you notice, a lot of teams were not really counterattacking them because that line was a little bit back.
Yeah.
And then you got Akanji came in and improved that midfield. Sorry, that defense. He's got pace too. That guy can play left back, right back, center back.
Yeah,
And
he
then you
got
got
very
Stones,
versatile players.
very versatile. And,
in the
and,
team.
and then you got Stones that was going into the midfield, just like what
Stones,
Ken is saying.
I must say,
It
Stones
was
surprised me.
the guy. It
Yeah,
was
Stones, yeah, going into that. Sorry, go on, Ben.
yeah, ridiculous. I think that defense really, he improved that defense along with getting Holland. I don't think, as far as midfield wise, it was the same. Pretty much, midfield was the same. Attack,
Right.
I mean, quite except for Holland. And then Alvarez comes in when Holland needs a break and still scores. And that's the same player that Ragnick said we should get. Ragnick said we should get Alvarez, and we didn't get him.
Well,
yeah, it's
we live and learn, eh? Don't we live and learn, and we pay the price when we don't listen. Ragnick said it last season. He said it that this team needs 10 players out, 10 players in, open heart surgery. Oh, he's spoiling the brand, blah blah blah. They only let Bailly, Telles, Lingard, Henderson. They loaned them out, but there was still a lot of junk there. Phil Jones was still there.
Bailly's coming back.
Who, Bailly?
Telles is coming back.
Yeah,
Bailly's still not playing.
Yeah, because they're all on loan. They're still on loan.
Yeah, they're all going. Apparently, those players will be shipped out to generate more income. Typical Glazers. They all need to go, but we should not rely on them going to be able to buy the players.
Exactly. Because how much we buy? What, 10 million max?
Joke.
If at best 10 million, if you're gonna get anything that much, it's at best 10 million.
I was reading somewhere that Maguire said he's prepared to fight for his spot. I'm like, what spot are you fighting for, bro?
I heard that too.
They've already told you you're a very good professional. You come in, you train very well. They love your work ethic, but
you need to go.
But you know, I read what Ten Hag said to him. This was funny. He said, "I respect Harry Maguire for his professionalism, and he understands his status as the club captain and England international. He has a high competition with Varane, who is fantastic." He actually said, "Who is fantastic, 4-time Champions League winner." You must be. It is going to be hard for him to beat Varane in terms of selection. He's literally saying, "You're a good player, but look at who you're competing against."
Yep.
No player will be happy with his situation. He trains always. It's a decision he has to make. He's literally telling Harry Maguire, "You be in the squad. You ain't starting ahead of Varane. It's your call." That's what he's literally saying. And
let's not make it his call. Let's just get rid. Let's call.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, it shouldn't be. I agree with Ken.
Do we understand what happened yesterday? You just said it, Tim. City are gonna get 4. If we let City are gonna get 4 league titles in a row. That's a definite no-no. Liverpool are what? How many league titles are Liverpool? 2 behind us?
1.
19.
If Liverpool win the league next season, they match their record. That's another no-no. If Arsenal, we won't be supporting Man City next season because this season we thought, we don't want Arsenal. They're talking rubbish.
We better be supporting Arsenal next season.
We have to support Arsenal. We have to support Arsenal next season because if Arsenal get on that, go 10 points clear, whatever, we have to support Arsenal because if you support Man City, that's 4 league titles. We're finished every angle.
So the best solution is that how about we get our act together and win the title ourselves?
Oh, it's not going to happen next season.
Another thing is, thank God Chelsea are not in the Champions League this season. If Chelsea are in the Champions League and they win, look at it, hear me out. If they win one more Champions League, they've equaled our record in Champions League.
We are pretty much on the edge of losing
everything.
Of every
all
record
our records
being lost.
I'm telling you, mate.
Yes, that's why we have to take drastic measures and just get rid of, open heart surgery. Let's campaign. Let's get Sheikh Jassim in, and let's just start chopping. Even some players that are good.
I would take Kim Min Jae. Would you get Kim Min Jae?
Just get rid of him.
Oh yeah, I'll take Kim Min Jae. I like that guy.
Yes,
that guy's a
100%.
baller, man. That guy's a good defender.
Aggressive.
Yeah, he will be a good him and Martinez will be a good partnership. But let me ask you guys this question though. From the latest development, who do you think is going to be the next owner of Manchester United?
From everything they're saying so far, with the PSG getting involved, with if they're involved or not, I think it's now looking more like Jassim now.
Yes.
It's now looking more
Hopefully.
like Jassim than Sir Jim. Because it's like the Glazers like, okay, this guy just give us just a little bit more money and it's your
And
club.
we'll be good. Yeah.
That would be good. But
Because if you
but
look at it,
Jassim is
right?
like, he just doesn't want to be ripped off. He don't want to be ripped off.
Yeah. I get that too. But if you just I was thinking about it today, right? I said, okay, the Glazers have been offered a chance to stay, right? With Sir Jim. And they've had that offer on the table for a while.
Yeah.
Jassim wants to buy the whole club.
Yeah.
They still not
And kick them
taking
out.
they've still not said, okay, we're done because since we want to stay, this is the only person giving us this. Because I heard Sir Jim Ratcliffe has not really changed the offer, like the money
No,
of
he ain't.
his the
No,
price,
he
the
ain't.
value of his offer is just a
No, he's not
percentage here
updating.
and there.
Nope. He's
It's
just
been the
keeping them.
same.
It's the
But then
same.
you kept getting Jassim to increase his bid.
Mm.
What that tells me, it feels like they really want to sell. They just want to get the number that they've been looking for. Then they go. Because they could have just made the decision since that the offer from
Sir Jim.
Sir Jim has been on table for as in for
And,
months, right?
and you know, also, you know, Bems, there's the English bias, there's the media bias about the Qatarians
Yeah.
that, you know, the money should be owned. You know, they rather have a local guy. You know, all that politics plays into it. And most of these people,
Well, tell
they
that
don't
to
even support Man
Newcastle.
United anyway. I don't know why they even care.
Where were Newcastle 2 seasons ago, fighting for relegation?
Exactly.
Where were
True.
Man City? Man City 15
But why is
years
it that
ago.
Yeah.
that they don't complain about their
Bottom
owners?
half.
Why is it about when it comes to Man United? Because I think honestly, so many people in the media want to see United fail. So
Yes.
anything they see is going to uplift United, they want to try and put a block to it and like talk it down. You don't need this. Because why are they not criticizing the ownership of City? Why not criticizing the ownership of Newcastle?
Yeah.
Very good point.
Yeah.
Very good point, Tim. Can you imagine if Man United had 115 charges, financial charges against them, and we just won the treble? No
Oh,
one
they
would
would-
talk about the treble. No
Nope.
Yeah.
one.
Nope.
They would
That's
not.
true. That is true.
When we were on top of the game, I mean, when you are on top, everyone wants to bring it down. The media were not. The media didn't like United. People didn't like United. Were one of the most hated clubs, and Arsenal. It was Alex against Wenger back in the late 90s, 2000ish. But that's why Mourinho always does that psychology. When he manages the club, it's always we against them. So he wants his players to really listen. No one likes you. You go out and prove to them that you're better. That you could you because he always says when you keep winning, you're rubbing in people's face that listen, see how good I am, see how good I am. So he uses that reverse because, but he's a bit toxic when he utilizes that weapon with his players that it's we against them. But look back to what I was saying. Newcastle ownership. No one said anything about them. Just look at the progress they made in what two seasons. Man City just won the treble. They're not talking about the Middle Eastern ownership. No one said anything there. We want to be as good as that. They say, oh, you don't need that. You got Sir Jim. Oh, he's a local lad. No, we're done with all that crap. Leave us alone. Let's get who we need, and let's just stop. Just stop. And most of the people don't even support United, but they just don't want United to be progress. They don't want them to be what they used to be.
Yeah.
These haters.
You're right, Tim, because if you look at how much work the Abu Dhabi owners have put into Man City to get them to where they are right now, with Sheikh Jassim coming into Manchester United, it would not take half that time or half
No,
that
it won't.
effort.
No, it won't.
I agree.
Because we already have the infrastructure, we have the
Yeah.
fan base,
Yes.
we have. When I say infrastructure,
They
not
literally
people
needed to
infrastructure,
start.
but you know,
City was
Like the
started
fan
again
base
from
and stuff.
the
Yeah.
fan base.
City
Yeah.
was started again from 08. New fans not being used to like, are we Champions League? What is that tournament? What does Champions League
Yeah.
mean? Because it's not something they've been used to.
With Sheikh
Then
Jassim, new stadium,
boom,
£1 billion towards infrastructure.
boom.
New stadium, players, you know, yes, financial fair play is there, but because of the revenue, we're in the Champions League now, which means that we've got more revenue coming in. So
There you go.
FFP rules will not be strict on us.
Yeah.
And we finished third as well. So we can use that. Unlike Newcastle, that, you know, they don't have any pedigree in terms of revenue. They don't really have that much money. But we sign all these players, we can sell shirts, you know, with new stadium, new atmosphere,
See?
we've got a manager, what's his name? Van der Sar's resigned.
Why
Bring
not go
him
get
in
him? Bring
as
him
a
in.
Yeah, that's
technical
true. That's true.
director.
Square pegs in square holes.
Oh,
Stop putting people on. We see how it goes. On job training. They'll learn as they go. We that's why City. Everyone in City knows their role. They're all square pegs in square holes. We are square pegs in round holes. Oh, it's an old boys club. He used to play for the club before. Let him just see what he can do there. No, we're not doing the let's see. Get the best for each role. That's it. And move on. We got any questions? Any
Yeah,
questions?
it's just real sad, man.
It is sad, mate. Like I said, I didn't even want to do the show today. Like, whatever.
It's
Mate.
just real sad.
It just because there's nowhere on social media, especially if you have social media whereby you're linked to a lot of football. It's Pep. Now, and people now say Pep is a greater man than Alex Ferguson. He's won it in different countries. That crap.
Rio said Pep is the best coach or manager, player coach, so something and that's what that he's seen. Rio's already starting to say that.
Yeah,
and
Henry said the same as well.
Yep, Henry said the same thing too. And you have Sir Alex Ferguson there, who both these players know, and one was coached by Sir Alex Ferguson for how many years, and he's still giving props to Pep. It's scary, man.
It is scary. I mean,
it's very scary.
You got to look at what they've done. Haaland scoring 50 goals this season?
Yeah, 52.
52 goals. How do you and the guy is
and
on?
We have Weghorst.
And we have Weghorst. Weghorst that couldn't even score.
Scored 3 in 30
games. He didn't score a league goal.
He didn't score a league
goal.
He
did not score a goal in the league. No.
And even and Haaland is saying, "No, man, I'm just 22. I can still improve. There's still room for improvement." He says he kept repeating himself. He said, "I'm just 22. I still have a long way to go. I'm just starting scoring 52 goals." And then he asked Henry, "What do you think I need to improve?" Henry says, "Man, there's not much for you to improve, man. You're doing everything right." Well, Henry just said one thing. He said, "Well, if you were to get your right foot, start scoring some more goals with your right foot, you score 100 goals." And what's his name? Haaland said, "I do agree." Just imagine the guy scored 52 goals, and he's asking what can he improve upon.
Mm-hmm. That is the mentality, mate. That is the mentality. Well, gentlemen, the day after the night before, where we witnessed. So even in 10, 15 years' time, God give us long life, we wonder, like, where were we when City lifted the treble? Sit down, we tell your children, like, you know what? There was a team called Manchester City and they won the treble against Inter Milan and equal that record. But hopefully by then, United. So the only thing United could do.
I guess I got one more question when you're done. Go ahead.
Well, United is going to win the quadruple, win all 4 trophies. That's the next thing United should go and aim for. Win FA, Carling, Premier, and Champions League. Then say City, all right, now your turn. Check this out. That kind of thing. That's what. But if we change that team, I think they were capable in the next 2-3 years. Just go with the quadruple.
No.
Win every trophy at it.
Not the next 2-3 years.
Yeah,
not even on the Sheikh Jassim. Not even on the Sheikh Jassim. You need longer. I mean, look how long Pep took to get this.
But Pep, like I said, Pep, the teams the players he picked up from the previous were already people who won league titles. So his team wasn't as bad. They were just he wanted them to play a certain way. Joe Hart, England number 1 keeper. The press were like, how could he just drop England number 1 keeper?
Yeah, and Bems as well. The thing is, with Bems, the thing you got to realize as well is with Man City and Pep, he's had to drag a small club. Let's face it, Man City were a small club.
They're a small club,
even though they'd won the league and stuff, to compete in Europe consistently, because there were always shambles in Europe until Pep came. They won the league, but in Europe, but Manchester United have won it 3 times. So we've got, in terms of pedigree, we've got that pedigree. So if we can bring someone like Sheikh Jassim and we make the right changes and we effect change and we're ruthless, we can do what AC Milan. We can, look at Liverpool. Klopp came in because they had infrastructure in place. He won the Champions League at the league within 3 years of
He
No,
won.
I think it was 4 or 5 years actually. He won about 4 or 5
He
years
won
before he won
everything.
Four
You know, he
years.
won
before
everything.
won the trophy.
He
He
won.
didn't win the trophy for 4 years.
He won the Carling. He won the Carabao Cup, FA
Yeah,
Cup, Premier League,
Champions League.
European
Yeah.
Super Cup, World
yeah.
Yeah.
Club Championship.
He
So
won all the
community
cups.
shit. He's won
But it
everything.
took him 4 years. It took him 4 or 5 years to win the first trophy though.
Yeah,
Yes.
but he didn't have the money that he doesn't
No,
have
he
the money
didn't.
that we would
Yeah.
have if Sheikh Jassim buys the club.
Okay, that leads to my question. If
Right.
Sheikh, when do you think this sale process would be over?
Oh,
That's. I think by this week we should know something. I think this week should be done. I think this Friday we should be hearing something.
it
But
has to
it's-
be, right? It has to
Season's
be.
over. What more days to wait for?
We've been saying this every week, man.
Yeah,
I
we
think
just
by
have-
this week. I think by this week. The
because
transfer
we
window
are-
opens up, man. The transfer
Whoa.
window opens up this week, right? Doesn't it?
Let me see. I think it's 1st of July because of the
1st of July.
international break or
Oh,
something.
1st of July?
Yes,
I think so. Yeah.
For real? Okay, that gives us some time then. I thought it was opening. It was
But
opening
you
up this week.
but you start making arrangements like around like last month. or
July,
less.
but if you open the 1st of July, that's just what. Then it's gonna end in September then, because I know the transfer window is open for at least 2+
Sorry,
months.
June the 14th.
that's what I
sorry,
thought.
June the 14th. Yeah.
That's next week.
Yeah, that's next
Yeah.
week.
Next week.
This week.
This week.
This
yeah,
week,
it's-
yeah.
it's this week. Yeah,
On Wednesday. Yeah.
This Wednesday. Oh, jeez. See what I mean? Oh well.
It's all right,
Gentlemen.
man.
All
Yeah.
I could say is, it was a hard one. This was a hard one. I spoke to a Man City fan. I spoke to 2 City fans prior. Benz, Sonny, the lady. She was at
Yeah, yeah.
If you watch the last video I posted for the match summary, she showed a video of them celebrating at the Man City pub, and I'm like, you know what? Here's what it is. I can't. You know when you can't do anything. I remember that guy who had his tattoo with the treble on his calves. He must have been laughing his head off now, because people are thinking he took the tattoo before the United City even played the
Oh yeah, the
Champions
guy
League
that
final.
had the tattoo of the
Yeah,
treble on his
treble.
calf. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's
Yeah.
laughing all the way because a lot of people put bets on him that City won't win the treble.
He's a legend now.
He's a legend, mate. Just if we could just got our act together. But like I said, only some players will feel this. But the club as a whole, they ain't moving anywhere from Manchester. They will see the whole city is gonna be blue tomorrow. The whole city is blue.
They
All
won't care. They won't
Manchester's-
care.
No, I'm talking about the club in terms of not the players, the CEO, all them people. Like,
They
wow.
won't care either. They won't care either. They
That's what
don't
I'm saying.
care.
They have to care. They
They
have
have to
to.
care.
You know what?
They
I
have
take
to.
that back.
No, Benz. I
I
don't
would-
think
I
I don't
would-
think you know how. I don't think you know how.
I think they do
Manchester
care. I
is.
think
It is
I-
just like you can't avoid not seeing City fans tomorrow.
can't.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's just
You
like
can't.
you can't avoid it.
It's so
you know,
small.
you know,
Well,
Sky Sports are going to be there. BBC is going
Yeah.
to be there. It's going to be on all the news channels. It's going to be on all the TV news tomorrow.
You can't
Anytime there's a
ignore it, yeah.
news, and when they cover the sports part, seeing them in the bus, on the open bus.
that
free
bus ride
trophies.
is that bus ride is the one that I dread because
Yeah.
if I see that thing on
All
TV, I'm
a
turning my
sea
TV
of
off.
blue. It's going to be a sea of blue.
I'm
tomorrow.
turning my TV off. I'm
So there's
turning my
no-
TV off.
True Man United fan who lives in Manchester, even as the club, that are not going to feel like,
Mm.
wow.
Bems, do you know how
Yeah.
bad it is in Manchester? This is how bad it is in Manchester. You know where the City of Manchester Stadium is?
Mhm.
That area and the surrounding area, the city centre, it looks very, very modern. New infrastructure, new buildings, new roads, everything looks neat and fresh.
Yeah,
Where Manchester United Football Club is, the stadium,
Near
the
the
area,
the railway
like
tracks.
trash. The road, all the roads need tarring. Like the houses are like from the 18th century.
Old homes.
Everything, the
yeah.
roads, everything. It just looks so. When you look at anything about Manchester United, it just gives you the word old.
Yeah, I think you're right because I was there last year in July, and I went to Old Trafford. I took a tour, but
Hmm.
it was my first time there in Manchester. But I remember like around the stadium, it didn't look.
It looked
I
dingy a bit.
mean, yeah, it wasn't like
Very old,
tip top.
not
Yeah, it
modern.
wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, it
The area,
wasn't tip
even
top. I
even
did
Sam at
remember that.
Busby Way, those are all old houses. They'd be there for
Old houses.
centuries.
Yeah,
for
yeah, the
18th
houses were
century,
old too.
yeah.
I noticed the old houses, but I don't think
Terrace
I don't think
houses.
I went to to Manchester City because I do know that I went to there was we went there was this place we went to where it was a bunch of bars, man. It was a bunch of bars and like in lounges and stuff in city in it was close. Okay, so I stayed in the Marriott Hotel, which is basically I don't know, maybe there are a bunch of Marriott hotels though, but this Marriott hotel I stayed in, they have a Manchester United theme room. I think two of them, and that hotel wasn't. I think it wasn't for. If when you talk about the city of Manchester, you talking about like downtown Manchester City, or is it like Manchester, or is it like is there somewhere else
Yeah,
that it's called the
so
city of Manchester?
Manchester City state the city of Manchester is basically the town center, right?
Yeah, the
Where you
town
have
center.
all the offices and stuff. And that's where City have basically put their foundations and all their links
Okay.
and everything is and they've developed it. New buildings, there's new houses, new everything around
Old
the
Trafford
There,
city.
is
there's new.
near railway station and the
Yeah,
old homes because the
the
Old
old
Trafford is an
homes.
older stadium. Remember,
Yes.
it got bombed back in World War II and they had to rebuild. And they had to share
Oh,
because Man City used to play when I was growing up. Man City used to play a place called Main Road. That was Man City's old
Yes.
stadium.
Yeah, main road. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
built
Huh.
this when the new ownership came
Mm-hmm.
and moved to this new
uh,
place. Yeah, they used to play Main Road. The
wow,
old City ground.
So imagine
wow.
all the United fans just waking up in the morning and tomorrow, and even because this is Manchester, right? They will encroach that half. You know, there's a half where you got City,
Yeah,
you got United. They'll
Yeah,
come into the United half, and we can't do anything. They'll
no.
all be going, oh,
there's nothing we
Car,
could do about it. Wow.
the
oh
school is still
no,
on tomorrow, so schools will be closed tomorrow. The kids, most of the Manchester City kids, won't go to school because their parents will
yeah,
be out there with the
hmm
flags, blue and white. It's a nightmare because the schools have not
Wow.
broken up yet. There,
no,
so
Wow.
gentlemen, it is what it is. They have reached the holy ground. Give respect where respect is due. As much as we hate it,
of course, of course, of course.
we had the
Mm.
opportunity. We had this guy here said it, Roy Keane. We had the opportunity to take that trophy from them Friday, Saturday. We didn't. There would have been no talk of trouble if we did our job.
Yeah, they could have won the Champions League yesterday, and
And
it
yeah,
wouldn't. Yeah, we won't care.
no, we
Yeah,
won't.
we won't because Liverpool have done the same thing anyway,
Yeah,
so we
No,
don't really.
but the
yeah,
treble, mm-mm, mm-mm.
it's over, and it hurts though. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was just I was just thinking about it after the game was over. I was like, oh man,
Yeah,
this one hurts, man.
it does hurt
It
because
hurts.
it was one thing we had as the only unique team in United in England to do it.
Mm.
Now it's two of us who've done it. Whatever.
This guy, Kelechi from Kelechi
Arsenal.
FC from
Mm,
Arsenal, he was, you know, the guy has his different memes and different like videos
mm,
where he's
mm,
like
mm.
clowning us. He was on his Instagram page. He says I guess Man he said Manchester United fans don't have any more like achievements that they could talk about anymore. And he's oh, and he was rubbing it in, man. He was
Uh,
rubbing it in. Oh,
they've never won Champions League, so they should shut up.
Exactly. It's funny how Arsenal fans were happy that City won the treble. I don't understand that. It's
No, no,
just
no. The ones I know wanted they're supporting Inter Milan.
okay.
The Arsenal fans
okay.
I know, my mate who came
Mm.
who I watched the game with in our Man United pub, he said he was supporting Inter. He said he didn't want City to win because Arsenal is a traditional club like Man United. They're traditional. They're not oil money. It's just
Mm.
traditional.
Yeah.
Like I said, City were rebooted in 2008.
Hmm.
Prior to that, they were just rubbish. I mean, rubbish. They were just never thought about City. But it's what it is. And
Yeah.
congratulations to West Ham United. They won a
Oh
European Cup.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, they did
That
That's
was
well.
true.
good. That was good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they're
David
going straight
Moyes.
to the Europa League.
That's his
Yep.
first trophy. So right here, his
Yeah,
first ever trophy.
yeah.
Mm.
So he's they're going into Europa League so Sevilla are going into Champions League because
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sevilla
Sevilla
won
got the
Sevilla
Europa.
Champions
going
League.
to.
Yeah.
So they're going to
Yeah,
Europa.
yeah.
Wow. We've been Champions League. Hopefully we don't miss Sevilla again in Champions League.
They'll kill
That would be
us.
funny.
Imagine if they.
Imagine meeting them
Yeah.
in quarterfinals in the Champions League. That won't be funny, mate. That would be
You know,
annoying.
You know, we still haven't beaten them yet, though, right?
No, we ain't. 4 attempts. No, we have not. We have not. But hopefully we'll get some better players who could do a better job, and we'll have a goalkeeper who won't be frapping about and messing up, trying to kick clear a ball out, and him clanning with his centre defender like, oh, I gave you the ball. No, you gave bunch of buffings. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one, guys. See you guys
Nice
in a week.
one, man.
We'll keep in touch anyway. All right, bro. You take care.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Thanks,
Take care,
guys.
bro. All
Cheers.
right, thanks, guys. Yeah,
Take care.
cheers, man. Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.